Big story that we are tracking. Jayalalithaa, former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, has been acquitted in the disproportionate assets case. The path being cleared now for her to return as Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Those are the delirious scenes we are seeing outside Poets Garden for the last hour, since 45 minutes since that judgment was delivered in the Karnataka High Court, overturning the judgment of the trial court. TM Veera Raghav, senior editor of The Hindu, joins us now from Bangalore. Veera, what does this mean? Do you expect Jayalalithaa to come back to power right away, or do you believe that she will wait for the appropriate moment, possibly even wait till the next year's Tamil Nadu Assembly elections?
Oh, out of the question. I would expect her to assume office immediately, and that would be the Kada sentiment. After that, she would have 6 months' time to win an election and return as an MLA. I would take with a pinch of salt all that speculation about a snap poll in Tamil Nadu or anything else. They've got 2 years left, and the kind of numbers that they've got both in Parliament and in the Assembly, I don't think it would be a politically prudent decision at this stage. Having said that, expect her to return at the earliest at the helm in Tamil Nadu and then win an election and get herself elected as an MLA.
Okay, so you expect her to contest an election, which she has to within the next 6 months, and expect her to return as Chief Minister almost right away, which is what she did after the Tansi verdict.
After she assumes office.
After she assumes office, right. You know, in a sense, therefore, Kalyani Shankar, history repeats itself.
Yes.
In a sense, we are back to 2001, we are back to Tansi, but that time when the elections that were held subsequently, she lost in the state elections. Do you expect this to be different, because the DMK is even under greater pressure?
No,
because of the Spectrum case, Kani Modi, Raja, and you know, even though the reports from Tamil Nadu are that Stalin will be projected, do you believe the DMK is also tainted, and therefore Jayalalithaa today, after this verdict, will have the moral high ground with her?
Well, you see, according to my information from Tamil Nadu, there is a lot of sympathy for her. You know, people
we are getting the details. Jayalalithaa likely to be sworn in as Chief Minister on the 17th of May. So Sunday the 17th, Jayalalithaa could be back. Go ahead.
So, you know, there is a lot of sympathy, and people are saying when you have 1 lakh crore, 2 lakh crore corruption cases, what is 66 crores? Why are they? This is the sympathy which is trying to exploit. And in any case,
can I just go to our correspondent who's giving me the date? 17th of May, is that confirmed now, Rohini? 17th of May, Jayalalithaa likely to be sworn in?
Well, what I'm getting to understand from the ADMK cadre here in Karnataka is they are freezing on the date of 17th of May for her to assume office. And you've just heard Veera Raghav also say that she won't waste time in assuming office again. And well, that's what it is. I'm also joined by senior journalist. 17th of May is what they're talking about for assuming her office, because that she needs that time to read the order and find out details, and then ask the cadre also is expecting her to come back and assume office.
No, she might have looking for an auspicious day. That is 17th, maybe according to her astrological figures, it may be an auspicious day to come back to power. So on 17th she has decided.
I can quickly ask you, you've been covering this case for nearly 16, 17 years, following it really closely, and you've made it a point to come to the court each time the case has come up in Karnataka. If I can ask you, bit of a surprise, all of them acquitted?
Yes, it's a very, very big surprise. Kunga's judgment was a watertight judgment, and it was based on so many facts and so many details. Around 735 transactions has been taken place from Jayalalitha's account and Sasikala's account to 32 companies, and they amazed wealth all on records. Everything on records. It has been established very beautifully.
And yet this order comes.
And yet this order comes. I don't know how a judge cannot see all this transaction, and it is all based on documents.
Yeah. Prakash, if I can also bring in Raji, if I can bring in Pratibha, she was there. She was actually there in the eye of the storm. She felt that tension when the judge came in. Just if you can just quickly paint that picture for us as to what happened in court.
In fact, there was a lot of security there at the court premises. It was the only court hall that was functioning, considering that it is vacation today. But as soon as we entered, there was a lot of restriction as to who will enter first, the media should be allowed or not. And then finally, when we enter inside, all eyes were on Justice Kumarasamy. In fact, he came a little late. We were all inside by 10:30, 11 o'clock is when he was to come in. So there was a lot of anxiety that was hanging in the air at that point in time. And and within a matter of a few seconds it was all over, and people were shouting slogans as soon as he said out. These were the exact lines. He said, all charges are set aside and all are going to be
But if I
acquitted.
can quickly ask you, what is the body language of B. Kumar over there? Did you feel that kind of perception that he knew that this is going to come?
Well, even if it was so, he did not let it show. All were just pretty much expressionless. When we asked them, most of them sources were telling us that it is going to be against Jayalalithaa, and that was the kind of tension that was there.
Right.
And suddenly when we heard the news that she was going to be acquitted, people were shouting slogans, all of them for Jayalalithaa, especially her counsel there at the court.
Let me also tell you that when I got an SMS that came in from court, it just said Amma returns, like how Hollywood says Mummy returns. Well, it's Mother's Day for the people in Tamil Nadu today.
That's right. Mother's Day has come to Tamil Nadu a day later. That's a good way to put it. Quick last word from Kalyani before you leave us.
I just wanted to tell you, you see, she has to do a lot of groundwork for her next election, and ADMK now can find some allies, but earlier, before today's verdict, they were isolated. They were going to contest alone. Now she will have to, arithmetic has always worked in Tamil Nadu, so she will have to find allies also now, and she will have to see that the other opposition parties like DMK are weakened. So this is her first job now once she takes over.
Okay. Kalyani Shankar joining us. Will be joined by other political guests who will join us in a moment. Clearly, Amma is back. As I said, like the cat who returns, Amma has several lives, and maybe she's not even exhausted her 9 as yet. So she's got a little way to go. We'll be back in a moment as those scenes play out outside Poise Garden. The AIDMK is celebrating.